Assalamualaikum, my name is Azwin Khadijah binti Ibrahim. Today I would like to present about non-destructive tasks by using rebound hammer and offset potentiometer. First at all, let me explain about the non-destructive task. Non-destructive tasks refer to tasking method in which the material under the task is not destroyed, or to see that the future use of the material under the task is not impaired. Non-destructive tasks measure material strength without destroying it. As illustration, the material or component under the task can be used for its inset purpose after the task without losing any of its original characteristics. Let's start with first equipment that I choose for non-destructive testing on concrete, that is rebound hammer. Rebound hammer testing is non-destructive method of determining a compressive strength of concrete that offer an easy to use and quick indication. The rebound hammer, also known as the Smith hammer, is made out of the mass controlled by a spring that travels along a plunger inside of a tubular housing. Its function to calculate the compressive strength of the concrete by linking the rebound hammer index and the compressive strength, also to measure the concrete strength. Next, to mark off portion of a structure where the concrete is poor quality or has worn away. Lastly, to evaluate the concrete homogeneity. Rebound hammer comes with two main equipment, that is rebound hammer and grinding stone. Let's start the testing. The surface needs to be clean and clear. Use the grinding stone to clear the surface. Make 3 to 12 reference point by using ruler and highlight. Then, push the rebound hammer into the concrete surface and push the lock button. After the tick sound has here, then read the graph. This is the graph to transform the data from the rebound hammer. This is all the data collected for 3 different locations. This is location 1, location 2, and location 3. This table shows the quality of concrete based on the result of testing. Based on the result of the rebound hammer, quality of concrete can be categorized into 4 categories, as shown in the table previously. Concrete can be classified into 3 categories, which is the first location has a fair quality of concrete, meanwhile location 2 has a good layer of concrete, and location 3 also has a good layer of concrete. Next, let's move to another testing by using offset potentiometer. The offset potentiometer testing method is recommended for determining a likelihood of reinforcement corrosion, which is then used to determine how long the reinforced concrete will last. Still can undergo corrosion inspection using a variety of methods. Offset potentiometer measurement (HCP) is a well-known non-destructive technique for studying corrosion in steel. Although there are several ways to assess corrosion, many researchers believe that offset potentiometer is the most effective way to find corrosion activities in RC structures. Offset potentiometer function to present of corrosion and potential vulnerability of element surface area to corrosion. For the testing, 2 main equipment is needed, that is voltmeter and reference electrode. The procedure starts with preparing the saturated copper sulfate solution. Measure the dry copper sulfate solution using the scale. Then, pour the battery water into the aluminum flask with an appropriate amount. Then, mix the dry copper sulfate powder with the battery water. After the saturated copper sulfate solution is finished, pour the solution into the reference electrode. Now, let's start the procedure of testing. This is the wire. This is the reference electrode. This is the voltmeter. This is the clip of the wire. This is the sample of concrete. This is the battery water. Okay, for that all, this wire need to be connected to the voltmeter. Then, connect the reference electrode into the voltmeter. After that, the concrete surface need to be wet, so pour battery water on the surface of concrete. Make sure all reference point is wet. Place the clip on the rebar, then push the reference electrode into the concrete sample, then wait until the data is shown on the voltmeter. Next, move to the next point. Do this step until all the reference point is complete. Then record all the data for future use. Here is the result of the house cell potentiometer testing. This table shows the percent of corrosion activities. Based on the result of house cell potentiometer testing, it can be concluded that the sample of concrete sample classified into 5% corrosion as its rebar due the minimum reading is 143.7 and the maximum reading is 187.3. Thank you, that's all for me.